For centuries, hidden behind towering red walls and golden rooftops, the Forbidden City stood as the heart of China's imperial power. It was a place of absolute authority, where emperors ruled with the mandate of heaven, surrounded by ministers, scholars, warriors, and servants. Built to showcase the emperor's divine right to rule, this sprawling palace complex remained a world apart, mysterious, impenetrable, and forbidden to all but the chosen few. Its walls held not only the fate of a nation but also the whispers of power struggles, betrayals, and ambition that shaped China's history. The Forbidden City's story begins in 1406, when the Yongle Emperor of the Ming Dynasty envisioned a palace unlike any other. He wanted to move the capital from Nanjing to Beijing and create a magnificent center of governance that would reflect the heavens themselves. To accomplish this, over 1 million laborers, including craftsmen, artisans, and prisoners, were put to work. It took 14 years to complete, using the finest materials: golden glazed tiles from Suzhou, giant wooden beams from the jungles of Sichuan, and rare marble from the quarries of Beijing. At its completion in 1420, the Forbidden City became the largest and most extravagant palace complex in the world, covering 180 acres and containing nearly 9,000 rooms. Every structure, from the Hall of Supreme Harmony to the Imperial Gardens, was designed with cosmic significance, aligning with ancient principles of feng shui and the balance of yin and yang. Yet for all its beauty, the Forbidden City was not just a palace, it was a fortress of power. For nearly 500 years, it was home to 24 emperors from the Ming and Qing dynasties, each ruling over an empire that stretched across vast lands. Inside these walls, emperors wielded absolute authority, surrounded by advisors, generals, and court officials who carried out their commands. The emperor himself was regarded as the Son of Heaven, a divine ruler whose word was law. Every aspect of his daily life was dictated by strict rituals, from the moment he woke at dawn to perform ceremonial duties to the elaborate banquets held in his honor. But while the Forbidden City projected an image of order and grandeur, its halls were filled with secrets and danger. Power struggles were constant, as factions within the imperial court vied for influence. Eunuchs, who served as the emperor's closest attendants, often became powerful political figures, manipulating rulers from behind the scenes. Concubines, seeking to secure their place as the emperor's favorite, engaged in rivalries that sometimes led to exile, or worse. Some emperors, overwhelmed by the weight of their rule, withdrew into seclusion, leaving their ministers to govern in their name. Others met darker fates. Some were poisoned, some were betrayed, and some, like the last Ming emperor, were driven to despair. The Forbidden City witnessed one of its darkest days in 1644, when rebel forces led by Li Zicheng stormed Beijing. As the city fell, the last Ming emperor, Chongjun, fled to a lonely hill behind the Forbidden City, where he took his own life beneath a gnarled tree. The Ming dynasty had ended, and soon after, the Manchu-led Qing dynasty seized the throne. They expanded the Forbidden City's splendor, incorporating Manchu traditions into its grand halls. But even their rule was not immune to the passage of time. By the 19th century, the walls of the Forbidden City could no longer keep out the outside world. China was in turmoil, weakened by foreign invasions, opium wars, and internal rebellions. Western armies, seeking control over Chinese trade, breached the empire's defenses, and for the first time in history, foreign troops set foot inside the Forbidden City. In 1860, during the Second Opium War, British and French forces looted the palace, taking treasures that had been untouched for centuries. The Forbidden City, once the untouchable heart of China, was now vulnerable. The final blow came in 1924, when Puyi, the last emperor of China, was expelled from the palace. The boy who had once sat on the dragon throne was now a powerless figure, watching as the world around him change. With his departure, over 500 years of imperial rule came to an end, and the Forbidden City, once a symbol of unshakable power, became a relic of the past. But the story did not end there. In 1949, with the founding of the People's Republic of China, the Forbidden City was transformed into a museum, the Palace Museum, allowing ordinary citizens to step inside for the first time. Today, it stands as a monument to China's rich and complex history, housing over 1.8 million priceless artifacts, from ancient scrolls to jade carvings, from emperors' robes to legendary swords. Visitors from around the world walk through its vast courtyards, tracing the footsteps of emperors and courtiers who once shaped the destiny of a nation. Once forbidden, the palace now belongs to history. But its walls, its halls, and its silent corridors still hold echoes of the past. If you stand beneath its golden rooftops, listening to the whispers of the wind, you might still hear the voices of those who lived, ruled, and dreamed within its sacred gates.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more history videos.